Hi students, today we will discuss on the chapter computer operations. So what points will we cover in this chapter? First, we will see what actually is a file, the types of files that exist, why do we use a folder, how to create a folder, how to rename a folder, how to delete a folder, and if needed, how to retrieve it back. So let's start. A file is one that stores data and information. For example, you can see in this Word document, there are information like the exercises of fruits of writing, each vegetable or fruit name. Therefore, it contains some data or information in the file. Next, a file can be any document, a picture, or an audio. Audio means music or video. First, let's see what do we say for document. For document, we refer to any Microsoft document like Access, Excel, Word, or PowerPoint. We refer to those when we say a document. Next, for picture or this is a video. Let me show you some audio files. Audio. Sound is usually MP3 files. MP3 files, let me look. MP3. And search MP3. Here, these are audio files. Therefore, for a file, we can say a file can be any document like a Word document, an Excel document, an Access document, or a PowerPoint document. And a file can also be a picture, an audio, audio means music, or a video. All these are a representation of a file. Therefore, we continue. The files that we save are represented by icons. When we save our work, for example, on the desktop, it looks like this. And every small diagram that you can see here is called an icon. Therefore, when you save your file, you save your work on the desktop, it is represented by an icon like this. For example, you have saved your Word document having fun. When you have saved it on the desktop or anywhere else, it will be represented by a small icon. And these are all the works that I have saved: PowerPoint, Excel, pictures, and they are all represented by icons which are present on the desktop. Now let's see for folder. Why do we use a folder? We use a folder to store all our files, all our documents in one place. It helps us to search. For example, if I want to keep a copy of all my certificates in a place, then what can I do? Like here, I have created a folder with the name certificates, and in that folder, when you open it, you will obtain all my certificates, like here. Therefore, if I need to search for my certificates, I will open the folder certificates. I don't need to search for different places. I will get it directly over here. So the purpose of using a folder is to help us to keep our document or search for it. Now, apart from keeping files in a folder, we can also keep another folder in it. Let's take an example. This is the folder ICT Skills 2021. In this folder, you will see this is the folder ICT Skills 2021. In this, we have two other folders for grade 5 2021 and grade 6 2021. Therefore, in a folder, we can keep files and we can keep other folders also. Now, if you want to create a folder, how will you create a folder? Let's consider the example. We need to create a folder on the desktop. First, you right-click on the desktop. Right-click means to click on the right button of your mouse. Then you click on New, and after New, you go to Folder, and you give a name for your folder. After giving a name, you press Enter key. Let's go through an example. I want to create a folder with the name October. First, I right-click. Second, I go to New, and from here I move till I reach Folder, and I will give it the name October. After giving your folder a name, you press the key Enter, and your folder has already been created, but it's blank because we have not saved or dragged any file in it. So this is the folder October. Let's go through another example again. I want to create a folder with the name Grade 3. I right-click. Second, we go to New and we move to Folder, and we are giving it the name Grade 3. After giving your folder a name, you press Enter key, and your folder is ready. Next, how to rename a folder. What is the meaning of rename? Rename means to change the name of the folder. So how do we change the name of the folder? First, we right-click on the folder that we want to change its name. Then we click on Rename. After that, you erase the name of the folder that you want to change its old name and type a new name for the folder. Let's go through an example. For example, I want to rename the folder October to November. Therefore, I right-click on the folder October and I go to Rename. And what I am doing, I am changing the folder name from October to November. Therefore, I will erase October and type November. And same again, you press Enter. Again, let's do another example. I want to change the name of the folder Grade 3 to Grade 6. I right-click on the folder and I go to Rename. I am changing its name from Grade 3 to Grade 6. So I need to erase Grade 3 and type Grade 6. This is how we rename a folder. Now, when you delete a folder, when you erase a folder, it goes to the recycle bin. This is the icon for recycle bin. Whether you delete a folder, a file, it automatically goes to the recycle bin. And how do we delete a folder or a file. We click on it and then we press the delete key. So let's do it. I want to delete the file, the Word file, the Word document, Sankore assignment. Therefore, I click on it and press the delete key. And it is deleted. And I want to check where it is after I have deleted. I must check in the recycle bin here. I open the recycle bin and search for it. Here it is. Therefore, every file that you delete goes to the recycle bin. Next, if you have deleted a file by error or you want to obtain the file again or the folder again, then you can get it back from the recycle bin unless you haven't deleted it from the recycle bin. First, you open the recycle bin. You right-click on the file or the folder that you want to receive it back or get it back and click on Restore. Let's go through an example. For example, I want to retrieve back the file Sankore assignment. Here, the Sankore assignment was on the desktop. Therefore, when I will get it back, it will be on the desktop itself. It won't be on another location. For example, here everything was on the desktop. Therefore, to retrieve this document, I right-click on it and choose Restore. It is removed from the recycle bin and I will get it back on the desktop. Now let's work a small exercise together. First, I tick the correct column. If it is true, I will tick in the column of true. If it is false, I will tick in the column of false. First, does a file stores information? For example, if I have an Excel file saved, does it contain information? Yes. Therefore, the answer is true. Second, files can be stored in a folder. Can we keep files in a folder? We have looked before in this lesson that we can keep files or another folder in a folder. Therefore, it is true. Next, a folder cannot contain other folders. We have seen it can, but here it is cannot. Therefore, the answer is false. Next, Files are represented by icons on the desktop. After we have saved our files on the desktop, are they represented by icons? Yes, they are represented. When I delete a file, when I erase a file, it goes to the recycle bin. Does it go to the recycle bin when we delete it? Yes, it goes to the recycle bin. Before ending the lesson of today, let's look again how these points are according to our answers. Let's look at it again. First, a file stores information. For example, let's see the file ICT in primary school, the Word document. Does it contain some data? Yes. Therefore, we can say that a file stores data or information. Second, files can be stored in a folder. So let's look for a folder here. Does it contain files? Yes. A folder cannot contain other folders. Let's look at this folder again. Do we have another folder in it? Can we keep another folder in this folder? Yes. Therefore, in a folder, we can keep files and another folder again. Files are represented by icons on the desktop. When we save our work on the desktop, for example, if I have saved or created this folder, it is represented by an icon. So what do we see for icon? Icon is all the small diagrams, a small picture that you can see here on the desktop. These are icons. And when you save your work on the desktop, it will be represented by an icon. Next, when I delete a file, it goes to the recycle bin. So let's look. When I delete the file or a folder, let's look both. When I delete a file, movie, I delete it. Let's look if it is in the recycle bin. Here it is. Therefore, when we delete a file, it goes to the recycle bin. Let's look if I delete a folder. I want to delete the folder UPGS. Let's look if it is in the recycle bin. Here it is. So whatever we delete goes to the recycle bin. I hope you have understood the lesson of today. If you have any questions, please mention it in the comments. And thanks for your attention again.